Recording has begun.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, let's set this up. Today's not a very good day, is it? It's raining. It's wet and it's cold and it's raining. I'm just going to make myself a little seat here to have a bit of a chat. So today is the 28th of October 2023. 8th of October 2023, and so today's Saturday the 8th of October 2023, and the time is around about 10 to 4, and my name is Shazad Hussain and I live at 20 Primary Way in Undercliff, and it's now been 81 days that my brother Talib Hussain has been unlawfully kidnapped and abducted by the state, or since the 8th of August 2023, and they are refusing to engage with me or tell me any further information about him, because I was going to whistleblow and expose the corruption in the judicial courts that I was experiencing by the local authority buying off the judges and the judiciary, particularly in my case, because obviously I'm not a criminal. Well, everybody says that they're not a criminal, but what is my crime? I've not hurt anybody, I've not harmed anybody, I don't even leave the house anymore. Every time I leave the house, the police are there to jump up on me and incriminate me for something that I have not done. I've not engaged with people. All I'm trying to do is be a carer for my vulnerable family members who are being neglected and exploited by the local authority, and more widely the society itself, who cannot deal with adult social care. So as I'm seeing these, I'm raising complaints. They said, no, we don't want your complaints anymore, you're a vexatious complainer. Even though my complaints have validity, I've raised numerous complaints with the local authority. They tell you, oh, if you've got a problem, raise a complaint. You've got a right to raise a complaint. As soon as I raise a complaint, they twist and turn the laws, they whitewash the complaint, waste my time and resources, and then when they're left in a situation when they cannot but uphold my complaints, what they do is they say, no, you're a criminal, you're a vote fraudster, just lies and smear campaigns against me. And well, what have I done now? For the last 5 years, I've not even taken any money of my brother. My brother's not had access to any of his DWP benefit money. Either our villainous, nefarious brother's been accumulating this money, Adalat, or the council have. And like I said, as I've said previously, they recruited my own siblings, my own family members into this enterprise to simply target and victimize me. And then and the overriding objective is not to let me have any money, access to any money, because they know I'm very good at money management, and they're not. They're just like, oh, it's not their money, is it? At the end of the day, it's the public's money, and as far as they're concerned, it's free money for them to do as they please, to use as they want, and just basically fob people off with the idea that they're doing everything legitimately and lawfully, but ultimately they want no accountability for their actions. They basically got a free rein to do as they please, and nobody should be looking to hold them to account. So the system, the way it's designed, is supposed to be a separation of the powers from the judiciary, the executive, and the administrative bodies, three separate separations of power in order to have checks and balances. Oh, they've done away with all that. They've got no money for the checks and balances anymore. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do away with all the checks and balances and do as we please. And anybody who looks to expose us or whistleblowers on our failures, what we'll do is we'll just close ranks and target them and make their life a misery, as they've made my life a misery for the last 23 years, because they've been failing in order to provide support services when I've come onto the scene. But this issue goes back to 1983, when my older brother Nazem first became ill. And it's just the same story over and over again. I'm just sat here, speaking like a broken record, because there's been no change of circumstances. They were all hoping and were looking forward to entrapping me on the 17th of October in a court hearing where District Judge Wilcox, who's been made a judge, so I want to be clear here, District Judge Wilcox, my allegation, has been made a judge under some sort of informal quid pro quo arrangement, so she can always pass through certain cases to the local authorities' advantage. So the District Judge Wilcox was initially recruited and started her first week on the 28th of November. I went before her on the 30th of November last year, and now she was supposed to be, and next was before her on the 9th of October, where she was obviously doing much the same things as before, just listening to me, disregarding her, and disregarding everything I'm saying, and railroading something through. There was supposed to be a big joint enterprise for me laid on the 17th of December. Luckily that got adjourned, and I know the reasons now why it was adjourned. Um, but obviously that was a failure on their part. The next main trap they're going to get for me is on the 31st of November when I go answer my bail conditions. The police are going to be recruited to do, or the council are going to instruct the police to do something nefarious. So those are the only the next hurdle that I'm obviously planning for, which is today's Saturday, so that's on Tuesday at 12:30. They're going to plan something for me to be, this is another technique that they use is they run concurrent cases. So concurrent means at the same time consecutive. Is it concurrent or consecutively? No, I think concurrent means together. They run several cases together, and if one fails, they'll get you on the other one. So that's how they work. So they failed on the court hearings presently, and they're going to try to grab me on the police bail, which is just simply ridiculous. They've abducted my brother unlawfully. They've arrested me unlawfully, and there are serious consequences to West Yorkshire Police for arresting me like this. You understand? Unnecessarily arrested me, taken me down, raided my house. Stolen my mobile phones, stolen my equipment, stolen my valuable property, removed certain documents, particularly my brother's passports and identity cards. It's just all fraudulent and corrupt, and they've stolen everything from us, and now they're just sitting back and looking to entrap me again. And it's just one entrapment after the other. They just keep on trying to trap me into their little failures. They fail, they let the dust settle, and then they come for me again and again and again and again. And this is an ongoing theme now for the last 10, actively in the last 10 years, but possibly in the last for the last 10 years prior to that, which is for 20 years. They've been either passively hounding me for the first 10 years and now actively hounding me for the next 10 or 13 years. All simply because they can't do their jobs in adult social care, and I'm being targeted. Me and my family are being targeted and victimized. Ordinarily, no civilian would be able to connect all the dots if there was only one vulnerable person. But in my particular circumstances, there have been about 4 or 5 vulnerable people. So over time, I've been able to connect the dots and realize that it's all fraudulent and corrupt. I think I'm just going to leave it there. It's cold and wet, and I'm obviously quite stressed out. But stressed out, yes. Anxious, yes, but not suicidal. I never kill myself, and I want to reiterate that if anything happens to me again, it's always as a result of the local authorities' failures, and they're planning on plotting in order to cover up their failures and prevent me from exposing their faults, and looking to smear myself and murdering my family members. I think I'll just leave it there.